Hello, friends. Do you love to travel and learn about new places and things? Great! Then you are in the right place. Join Jasmine the cat and Gracie the tortoise as they have fun exploring the USA, the world, and beyond.
Hello, friends! It's Jasmine, the Jazzy Gray Cat, here with my bestie Gracie, the super smart tortoise. Say hi, Gracie.
Greetings, my good friends. Gracie here. Are you ready to come with us to the sunny state of Florida?
Wait a minute, Gracie. I thought we were going to Vietnam. We already were in Florida.
Don't worry, we'll be going to Vietnam next week. Florida is a big state, so there are many places for us still to see. But first, why don't we talk about our favorite places from when we came here before?
Sounds good. Besides Disney World, I liked riding in the glass-bottom boat when we visited the Everglades National Park. That swampy marsh has lots of mangrove trees and lots of alligators living there.
It sure does. I enjoyed Cape Canaveral Air Force Station and seeing so many spaceships and learning about space travel. If you want to hear about that adventure, listen to our first podcast on Florida.
Please do. Thinking about those explorations has made me super excited about Florida.
If you remember, Florida is a peninsula. That's land surrounded by water on 3 sides. We will be exploring at the very tip of the peninsula, the Florida Keys.
Gracie, keys are for opening doors, not for exploring.
You're right. Keys are for unlocking doors, but the Florida Keys are an archipelago.
An Archie what?
An archipelago, a group of islands that's in an ocean. The Florida Keys are a coral key, meaning the islands are made from reefs of coral, rock, or sand that sticks up just above the surface of the ocean. Keys are formed when water washes up sand, rock, or coral onto a reef, and then the island is created. These places are great for snorkeling.
Oh, I get it now. There are about 1,700 islands in the Florida Keys, but only about 30 have people living on them. It's a very tropical place with beautiful sand beaches. More than 600 types of fish live in the waters around the Keys. The biggest key is Key Largo. It's about 30 miles long and less than 2 miles wide. This one is closest to Florida. Some others are Marathon and Key West. Gracie, which one will we visit?
I think we'll visit Key West this time. It's a smaller island and is the farthest away from Florida. The city of Key West spreads out over the whole island. It is the southernmost city in the United States, outside of Hawaii. The Florida Keys are divided into 3 parts: upper, middle, and lower. The islands are connected by 42 bridges, the longest one being the 7-mile bridge, which is almost 7 miles at 6.79 miles. This bridge connects the mainland to the Keys.
Well, before we leave Florida, we need to visit Coral Castle. It was built in 1923 by a man who was very unlucky in love. Edlied Scallon left Latvia when the girl he loved didn't want to marry him. But he never gave up hope that she would change her mind, so he built this castle just for her. It's a sad story that made a beautiful place.
Yes, it did. The amazing thing is that Ed was not a very big or strong man, and he carved enormous limestone sculptures. Look how we can move this 9-ton gate just by pushing it with a claw.
And just like a real castle, here is the throne room. Check out these rocking chairs made out of stone. Ed's chair is 5 tons. He also made a smaller one for Agnes, the girl he loved. He always hoped she would come, and he even carved a 2.5-ton heart-shaped table for them to sit and eat at. So romantic.
Ed also loved studying the sky and even made a 30-ton telescope. Here is the sundial he also made so that he could tell time. fascinating.
I could stay here all day, but I'm ready to check out the Florida Keys. On to Key West. Time for the beach. Smathers Beach is so beautiful. The sand is so pretty. The water is a gorgeous blue, and I love the palm trees everywhere. I'm going to look for seashells and splash in the Atlantic Ocean. Ooh, I wish I could find a conch shell. Those are the ones where you can hear the ocean. Gracie, I could stay here all day.
I could too, but I want to see Ernest Hemingway's house. He was a famous American writer who lived here and also in the country of Cuba. His most famous book is The Old Man and the Sea. It's a story about a very old fisherman, Santiago, who has not caught a fish for a very long time. So he heads out on an amazing journey to catch a huge marlin fish. The story is about having a goal and working hard to achieve it.
Did he get the fish?
He does catch the fish, but on the way home, it's eaten by sharks, and all he has left is the skeleton.
Oh no! Does the story have a happy ending?
In a way, Santiago does catch his fish, and a boy named Manolin wants to work with Santiago to learn how to fish from him.
So, I guess it does. But I'm not sure I want to visit his house. I'd rather stay here on the beach.
Oh, I think you'll like the house, Jasmine. What do you think?
Gracie! Look at all the cats! Wait a minute. I think some of those cats have 6 toes.
I knew you would like it here. And yes, some of the cats do have 6 toes. Hemingway was a great cat lover. It is thought that between his 2 homes, here and in Cuba, he had about 150 cats. He named many of them after famous people. About 55 live here now.
Jinkies! They are polydactyl or 6-toed cats. Cats usually have 5 front toes and 4 back toes. Polydactyl cats can have 6 toes on the front and back feet. It looks like they have a thumb and are wearing mittens.
It sure does. These cats have descended from a white cat named Snow White that was given to Hemingway.
Now, off to the most southern point buoy, which is the most southern point in the whole USA, besides Hawaii. Wait a minute. A buoy is usually found bobbing around in the water. It's a floating object that's anchored to stay in one spot. They're kind of like street signs in the water to tell sailors where they are, or if they're at a dangerous spot in the water.
Yes, and what a better way to mark this spectacular spot than with a huge buoy. This bullet-shaped sculpture is painted with black, red, and yellow stripes.
Whoa! Lots of people want a picture with the buoy. Let's get in this really long line and get our picture too. I hope we don't have to wait too long. Wow! The sign says we're only 90 miles from Havana, Cuba, but I can't see Cuba from here. I guess 90 miles is still pretty far away. Yay! Finally, it's our turn. I hope you got my good side. Perfect way to end our trip, and I'm ready to head back. I think cat jokes for Hemingway's cats. What do you call a cat who lives at the beach?
I know, Sandy Claus. Now here's mine. What do you call a pile of cats?
I've got this one too. A Meowton. My favorite place was seeing the 6-toed cats at Hemingway's house. How about you?
My favorite place was standing at the southernmost point of the continental USA. How about you, friends? What was your favorite spot? Don't forget to tell someone you love.
That's right. And come back next time when we really go to Vietnam. Bye now. Say goodbye, Gracie.
Goodbye, my dear friends. See you next time.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining Jasmine and Gracie on their adventure today. Come back next week for the next one.
Hello, everybody. It's Gwen here. If you want to know more about the places we visited, just go to our website, jasmineandgracie.podbean.com, and go to the sources page, and you can find out all about the great places that we visited. See you next week. Bye-bye.